Our closing remark will be by our president, Dr. Bilal Wahab. Dr. Bilal Wahab is a Kurdish Iraqi scholar of governance and political economy and energy policy. A Fulbright alum, he earned his PhD in public policy from George Mason University and has taught at the American University of Iraq, Slemani, where he also founded a Center for Development and Natural Resources. In 2024, he became the president of AUIS, continuing his work on democracy, accountability, and oil governance in Iraq. Thank you very much, Dr. Bilal.
Okay, here I am again, not in a jamana, but in a tieless suit. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope that everyone had a meaningful time with us. And I hope that you've enjoyed our inaugural Kurdish Studies Forum. My heartfelt thanks goes to everyone who made this forum possible. To our friends at Kashkul, to our friends who came from afar, from the 4 parts of Kurdistan and beyond, and from friends who supported us with catering food, the students who ushered you in, the publishers who provided amazing books and literature for your cultural nourishment, for Shapost, for delivering some of those books to us, for Rudao and Kakaranj, for doing a beautiful show on our campus, highlighting not only AUIS, Kashkul, and the Kurdish Studies Forum. So a lot of thanks to be going around. But all of you who participated with us, who made this Kurdish Studies Forum possible and beautiful for the artists, for the poets, for the writers, for the scholars, for all of you. And for those who watched us from the miracle of technology. Let me share the genesis of this forum. It grew from an idea and a vision championed by the founder of AUIS, Dr. Barham Salah, to basically establish a home for Kurdish studies, a home for Kurdish culture, literature, history, and Kurdish society, with AUIS as its global anchor. I don't think anyone ever accused Dr. Barham of thinking small. He just does not believe in the impossible. The idea emerges from the Süleymani Forum. I was lucky to be here and speak at the very first Süleymani Forum in 2013. The idea at the time, the vision for Süleymani Forum is quite similar. Kurdish leaders, political leaders, Süleymani Forum is a political, primarily a political event. They had to go to Washington, to London, to Cairo, to Damascus, for the Kurds to be talking about our own issues, to make our voices heard. We had to go somewhere for other people to hear us. Süleymani Forum, which then became a model for a lot of other forums around the country, changed the dynamic. It brought people here so we can talk about our issues and concerns here in Kurdistan. The Kurdish Studies Forum does that for art, for culture, for Kurdish studies, for Kurdology, for anything and everything that touches the understanding and the study of Kurdish language, culture, and history. I mentioned in my opening remarks that issues like statehood, federalism, borders might be beyond our control, and our agency might not necessarily meet our wishes and our dreams. But that doesn't apply to the theme of this event. And over the past 3 years, all of you exercised power. You grabbed power. You exercised agency through preserving our history, cultivating and safeguarding our cultural memory, translating our literature, and telling the world how we think and how we feel and how we see the world through our own voice. And I think that's quite powerful. So around Thanksgiving, when we were last year thinking about how do we translate this vision into an idea, the work started growing. This idea started to become a plan. And the plan was handed to Kashkul, our art and culture center, to be the anchor for this particular conference. The Kurdish Studies Forum is going to become the destination for anyone who wants to be heard and also who wants to hear the cutting-edge scholarship, literature, translation. And we saw this vision come to life today. To me, the moment where Martin van Brusen and Briar Vagelan were on stage was quite symbolic. The older generation, the father and grandfather of Kurdish studies, symbolically handing the baton to the next generation of Kurdish scholars. I think it's just beautiful that the grandfather is not Kurdish, but the prodigy, the son, is Kurdish. So the Kurdish Studies Forum brings Kurdish studies home. It brings it back to Kurdistan in a variety of ways. Sessions on Sufism and that very rich tradition. The session on preservation was quite powerful. The sessions on publisher's craft, the conversation about taking ownership of how do we publish, that it's not just about theory, but it's all about sweat and skill. The discussion on Kurdish identity showed that this is an evolving matter, and therefore our thinking and our conversations have to keep evolving. And the poetry readings, I mean, they were just soulful, moving, and above all, beautifully, beautifully human. I would like to close by thanking Kashkul, which was once our hidden gem. But now it's shining quite brightly. I hope you've all seen the power of a good education that we provide here at AUIS. The students, the scholars, the Briars, the student volunteers, the Shenes, they were once students here, and they grew, and now they're coming back, and they serve the community in their niche area. But that's very symbolic of what we do here at the American University of Iraq, Süleymani, is the power of education. So I salute you, I salute their mentor, Mkhatou Mari, who, as I mentioned, fell in love with Kurdistan, with our language, with the Nali and Bekas, and yes, Sheikh Raza as well. This is our call to you all, to come find us if we don't find you first. This forum is only the beginning. We know you will want to return. I know you will make a lot of your friends jealous. So we're all okay with FOMO, with the fear of missing out. So please come back. Come back to reconnect with old friends and perhaps make some new ones. But let's build this community together at the next iterations of the Kurdish Studies Forum. It takes a village. I'm going to run out of time to thank everyone, but it does take a village, and in this case, a whole lot of coffee and sleepless nights to pull such an event together. So thank you all very, very much for joining us in this beginning, for making it happen. I cannot wait to see you at the next Kurdish Studies Forum. Zor spas, thank you very much. And please enjoy the Hunargaha Ulat, which will be absolutely, absolutely amazing. You cannot imagine the time, the work, the effort, and the history that went into making that concert possible and getting Hunargaha Ulat here. So I invite you to particularly enjoy that particular event, which will be closing our inaugural Kurdish Studies Forum. Thanks again, Zor spas. B'khair ben Hamulak.
Thank you for Pishtiwan Babakar and Sufyan Jalal for curating and putting together all of the beautiful galleries you will soon go into and experience on campus and off campus. Everything you see and don't see in those galleries were decided together as a team with people who helped us install the arts and the artists. They're not conventional, they're not meant to be conventional, and they are in conventional spaces as well. So thank you very much, Pishtiwan and Sufyan Jalal, for all of your work there. Next is a guided tour as a group. Our wonderful volunteers are here. Each to volunteer. Yes, thank you, Timo, for that clap. They did deserve that very much. But they're also there to guide you, to guide each row in this room into a different gallery. We will see each other again at tonight's music performance. Thank you very much.